Good morning. Yes, welcome to Morning Brew with your girl Germaine. And I'm a little excited because my Instagram is working today. So we are now live on Instagram. But I did not have time to send out communications to let everybody know we were coming live. So hopefully they'll see the live feed and they will just chime in, right? So, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I have my cappuccino coffee today. Yes. Not sure what you're drinking. Hope you get an opportunity to stop by for a few moments. And if you do, just chime into the comments and let me know you're here. Say hello this morning. Good morning, right? Let me know what you're drinking, even if you're on the fly, right? And you can't stay for the full conversation. So, hey, but give me a second. That's good and hot. So, need to be careful with that, right? But let's get into it. So, not going to hold you long. I always say that, right? Try not to hold you long. But let's get into the topic today. We are talking about today's brew is about financial wellness meets purpose. So, our motto is take a pause so you could pour into purpose, right? Yes, that's the Morning Brew's motto. And so it's centered around purpose, but also wanting you to take a pause. Sometimes we're so busy moving about, doing, that sometimes we just need to breathe. Can we do one breath? Can we take a breath right now? Whew, that felt good. All right. So, but let's get into this message. Okay, so money, mindset plus mission. In a season where the cost of living keeps rising, jobs are shifting, and more people are stepping into entrepreneurship, the conversation around money can no longer be separated from meaning. People are asking deeper questions, point blank. Not just how much do I make, but how does my money support my mission? So, true financial wellness isn't just about earning more, it's about aligning your resources with what matters most. All right. So, I'm saying that. And right now, we are coming into a season where everybody wants your dollars. But it's up to you how you want to spend your dollars. Do you want to spend your dollars with people that value you, what you stand for, that may have your best interests at heart? Or maybe it's not even that deep for you. Or are you aligning your dollars to support causes that really matter to you? So, if you haven't heard, they have blackout this holiday season because enough of making these billionaires richer and them really trying to cancel the culture. So, what about giving something else or sowing your seed, your finances, your dollars somewhere else? Sow it into those missions that may matter to you. The cause that's being supported may be something you stand for. I know it's hard because young children don't understand the difference. They just want what they want, right? People just want what they want. We live in that society. That's how they've made it for us to really just have this appetite and this need for needing stuff we really don't need. Because if we really think about it, every holiday season, how much are we buying and how much are we wasting because we don't even use the stuff that we're really buying? You think about it. Everybody is different. But in this holiday season, think about it. The blackout is from Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving, which happens to be the 28th, through December 2nd. It's just a long weekend. Can you hold your dollars? so they can see who has power. Hold your dollars back, or put your dollars into mission driven, something that fuels you, something that helps you move forward in your purpose. You think about it, is your money, however you choose to spend it, that's on you. But let's talk about this. Let's get more into financial wellness meets purpose. So, this is the segment where we really kind of break things down and pour into purpose. So let's start pouring. Purpose also needs a budget. What they say, nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free. Everything has a price to it, right? Everything has a cost on it, right? Sometimes you even wanted the air you breathe. I don't even think that's free. Nope. The water we drink, we pay for water, right? So you can't pursue a calling you refuse to financially plan for. Yeah, it takes dollars. It does. Vision is not cheap. It's not. I tell you, and I'm a firm believer. Listen, if God gives you a vision, that means God is going to show you provisions. He's going to give you ways that you can financially pay for that vision. So, but we're talking about purpose in our callings, in that it can be it does have a financial need associated with it. Think about it. For those that's operating in their calling right now, if you got to get from point A to point B, there's a financial need probably somewhere in the midst of that A and B. And just think, if you got to continue stretching it out, there's financial needs. There is a need to function, to move forward in the very thing that you're purposed for or called to do. So budgeting isn't punishment. It's protection for your purpose. So I know right now, I can only speak for myself, but right now I am in a season. It's like, I want to know, where are all my dollars? Where are all my coins going? Where are my dollars going? How am I spending my money? Because what I realize is, and a lot of you might be guilty of this, what I realize is, how everything is monthly, right? You pay for subscriptions. Well, I was just looking through all the subscriptions that I pay for, and I said, why am I spending so much money on stuff I don't even use? Waste, not being a good steward. Hello, Harmon Entertainment Group over on Instagram. I'm so happy to be back on Instagram because I have quite a few people that follow me over there that chime into the conversation. So let's continue to get into this. So financial wellness meets purpose, okay? When you tell your money where to go, it empowers your mission instead of sabotaging it. Are you someone, do you believe that you should name the thing? Like, my money is for this. Like, give your money a name. Because sometimes if we don't, we find we just wasteful. We're just spending it. We haven't assigned it to anything, right? So, and I'm saying this because, like I said, these messages speak to me too. So this message is definitely speaking to me right now while we're going into this holiday season, because I'm really going to track and monitor how I'm spending, or am I being wasteful? And a lot of times, because we don't think about it, we just put our card on file. Every month these companies are collecting. We never even use the services. Perfect example. Me and my husband went to the movies, and this was back in July or something. So we went to the movies, right? And I don't know why I had this impulse to buy this movie membership. Why did I buy this? We never really go to the movies. We can get everything at home. But why did I buy this membership? And I know I'm not a moviegoer like that, but I did. And even though it was $11.99, do you know $11.99 adds up every single month when you're not paying attention? So I looked at it again just this morning, and I said, you know what? I need to cancel this. I am not going to let this go another month paying on something I'm not even using. I have 6 credits. So now I done paid $11.99 over the course. I think it was about 7 months, to be honest. So it may be before June or July. But I paid something, never used it, Used it the first time when I enrolled in it, never used it after that. Now I have 6 credits that I'm going to end up losing because I refuse to pay another $11.99 for a new month for a service that I'm not going to use. Now, this is the kicker. I went to go try to cancel that subscription. And why is it I can't find it anywhere? I saw a refund button that I don't qualify for not using it. But why is it they have it buried where you can't even find the cancel button to cancel the subscription? So yeah, now I got to fight with taking time to figure that out because I refuse to pay another $11.99 a month. Now you may think $11.99 is not a lot, but think about it. When you are paying on something that you absolutely are not using. So think about this. Let's break it down. $11.99, right? Times 12, that's $143.88 a year. Times, say if I had that thing for 3 years, that's almost $500 on something that I'm not using. That money could be used elsewhere. And I'm saying that because I'm breaking down something that is at a small amount, but it's wasteful. It is not being a good steward over my finances, that I could take that money and pour it into my purpose. So think about this. I looked and I said, oh my gosh, I have all of these subscriptions. I think I had 13 subscriptions coming out. Rocket Money, is worth the $8 that you pay monthly for it. Some things are worth paying monthly for it. But Rocket Money literally broke down all of my subscriptions. And now I'm like, what? Because see, we don't pay attention. I know I don't. I know some people. I have a girlfriend. She monitors her spending. And it encouraged me to say, girl, stop wasting money. Times are getting tight. Stop wasting money. That money could be repurposed and used for something more meaningful. So hey, if anybody out there is paying attention to this and you find that you have a lot of subscriptions that you are not using, but they're definitely collecting your money, my advice is before the end of this year, start cleaning up some stuff so you go into the new year with a little more money in your pocket to fund your purpose, to fund your calling. So that's the place I'm at. And that's why this message today, that's why this message of financial wellness meets purpose is really hitting home for me, because I am in that mindset. It's time to start cleaning up and stop literally allowing water to just pour out of my pocket, which is financially, right? Stop just bleeding cash, bleeding money, and stop paying these companies that's making all this money off of you that don't care about my mission and my purpose. So yeah, I'm at that space right now. So this message is definitely for me. So let's keep moving forward into pouring the purpose with small steps compound. So that little equation that I gave you, $11.99 a month for movie tickets that I don't even use because I don't go to the movies like that. So small steps compound, which means it grows, it grows, it grows, it grows. And that can go both ways. It can grow in a positive way where you start seeing more of your money. It can grow a negative way where you start losing more of your money, right? It's up to you. So it's not the giant leaps, but the daily habits that build financial peace. Habits. So I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the habit of being consistent in this area of building good financial habits. So being consistent means every day I'm going to do something pertaining to this. Every day. Next thing you know, it becomes a lifestyle. After 90 days, you start being in lifestyle mode. You don't even think about it anymore. You don't think about it. You just do it. So I'm saying this because I'm giving myself a charge. I'm holding myself accountable to every day I'm going to do something pertaining to finances, whereas I save more than I give out, especially those businesses that don't value my business, my purpose, my vision. Why am I going to keep paying them? I'm not. So, hey, in the new year, we can all be a little heavier in the pockets and not lighter, right? So, all right, a little saved, a little invested, a little disciplined every day creates long-term transformation. Yes, that's right, Bernetta. And welcome over on Facebook. Bernetta says being consistent eventually becomes a daily habit. That's right. They say 21 days start forming a habit, 90 days it literally becomes a lifestyle. A lifestyle, which means it just is. You don't have to put too much effort into really thinking about it. You just do it. So that's the place we want to get to, right? So I want to say this again. A little saved, a little invested, a little discipline every day creates long-term transformation. So then think about it. Today it's November, right? We're in the month of November. If I follow this plan, a little saved right off the top, anything coming in, you know what? You should pay yourself at least 10%. Whatever you bring in, it doesn't matter. If it's $1, take 10 cents off the top, right? It doesn't matter. Pay yourself. Get in the habit of paying yourself. A little invested, a little discipline every day. Every day. That's the consistency. Creates long-term transformation. So let's put some things in place. So when we look up, this being the month of November, hey, 3 months from now, you're a lot further than you were when you started. 6 months, you're even further. 12 months, back at November next year. It's like, wow. And all I did was a little save, a little invested, and a little discipline every single day. Created long-term transformation. So just think about if you do that on different levels. It's up to you. Micro actions today become momentum tomorrow. So micro actions, small actions today. Remember, a little. A lot of times we want to think big picture, right? Big picture, whereas, nope, I got to do it big. If I don't have this, then I'm not going to do it. Nope. Try saving just $1 a day. $1 a day. That's $365 in a year. $1 a day. That's it. Start small and then watch it grow. All right. So, micro actions today become momentum tomorrow. Consistency is the real flex. Consistency. That is one of my favorite words today. Yes, because I see how things manifest out of being consistent. How things will bring opportunity just by being consistent. Consistent is the word of the day for Morning Brew. One of the words of the day. Consistency. That's going to be a long-term word, okay? I know for myself, but all right, let's continue. Let's pour in this last section. So, your value is not measured in dollars, but your discipline adds up. Your worth is not tied to income, but a lot of times people do. People tie their worth to their income, to their title, or to the net worth. They tie their worth, your worth as a human being. It's not tied to your income, your title, or your net worth. It's tied to who you are becoming. Who are you becoming? Because let me say this to you right now, for those that do tie your worth to your income, your title, and your net worth, what happens when those three things go away? Who are you? Who are you becoming? When you take those three things away that you allow to define who your worth, what your worth is, and who you are. So people are losing those three things every day in today's society on large levels. And if you notice, some people can't handle it because they're so tied. They think their worth is so tied to those things. Most people will just take themselves out of here. I mean, literally delete themselves completely because they can't handle it. So, if you are that person and you see those three things, income, title, and net worth, as the defining factors of who you are and your worth, then please cancel that program and find a new program so you can really do some internal searching to really find who you are and what your worth is really tied to. Because those things, when they're gone, who are you? Okay. And who are you becoming? Discipline creates choices, and choices creates freedom. Ooh, so we have discipline, consistency, purpose, becoming. These are some strong words. These are some very strong words. So, um, I'm going back into my comments. So yes, Bernita says, whatever I bring in, myself 10%. Yes, pay yourself 10%. And you know what? For those that tithe, not everybody tithes. You can still pay your 10% tithing, but we always leave ourselves out. We always forget to pay ourselves for all the hard work that we do. So try that. A little at a time. So a little saved, remember, a little invested, and a little discipline every day will create long-term transformation. I didn't say a whole lot. I didn't say 100%. I said a little bit, 10%. Right? So, all right. So let's look at this. Financial identity grows from intentional habits, not comparison or pressure. Financial identity grows from intentional habits, not comparison or pressure. Yeah, you are your own identity. You are your own person. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. Listen, they got their own issues they're dealing with, right? You may never know what those issues are, but they have their own things they're dealing with. So don't measure your life based on someone else's life. You were never designed for that. You were not purposed on this earth for that. So my thought is stop looking at other people and just look in the mirror at you. Stop looking at other people and what they're accomplishing and just focus on you. What is your purpose? All right. What are you here for and what are you here to accomplish, right? All right. So, guys, as we get into a segment that we all can take part in, yes, reflection questions. So, let's look at these reflection questions. These are something for you. All right. So, here we go. What financial habit, even a small one, can I begin or improve to support the life I'm building? Let me read that again. What financial habit, even a small one, can I begin or improve to support the life I'm building? These are good questions. I'm already thinking for myself. Remember, I'm taking part in my own morning brews. Yes, I am. I'm taking part in my own morning brews. So hopefully this message resonates as we are coming to the end of one year, going into a new year. We want more in our pockets and not less. More in our pockets, which means we want to keep more and stop wasting our hard-earned dollar, right? All right. Question number 2. Where in my spending or mindset have I discounted financial decisions from my purpose? Because, I don't know if we kind of put those two together, financial decisions with our purpose. Do we keep them separated? Like my purpose is over here, financial decisions are here. Or do we kind of bring them together and let the financial decisions drive our purpose, fuel our purpose, fund our purpose, right? Are you keeping them separated? Or are you someone that's bringing them together so they can work together? So as you're making financial decisions, you're keeping purpose in mind all the time. Don't separate the two. All right. All right, guys. Guess what? Guess what? We are coming to the close. Um, and we come into our final stages of the final sip. But before I bring that up, I always like to give a few announcements. I do. I like to engage and keep you updated on what's happening with Morning Brew with Germaine in the community and how you play such a significant part in it all, right? So, for all those, thank you so much for stopping by, and weighing in on the conversation, giving your feedback. I absolutely love it because then I don't have to sit here and talk to myself. But, one thing I realized, you never know who's listening from afar. They may not stop in studio with you to be a part of the conversation, but they may just check you out from afar, right? So thank you even to all of you that see fit to join us for coffee, even on the replay, right? So Morning Brew with Germaine, it is growing. It is growing. And like I said, thanks to all those in the community. I cannot build this thing by myself. You have been so gracious, so good. And thank you for all your support. Dropping your comments, connecting with us, referring other people, sharing the videos. Thank you. Growing our YouTube community. We are, because of you, coming in, stopping by, having dialogue, conversation with us. Guess what? Morning Brew is growing. It's growing. Our platform is growing. So right now, yes, we do it live Monday through Fridays from 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have different segments that we like to bring people in studio, like our Mixed Blend Wednesdays. And we have our monthly segments that are every single month with Building Champion Leaders with Coach V, who will be here tomorrow. So make sure you stop by because we're talking about Pillow Talk, 30-day conversation to growing your marriage. So make sure you stop by, okay? And ask him some questions, because there are some powerful conversation questions in his new book that, yes, he's launching it officially tomorrow on Morning Brew. So, but he's here the third Thursday of every month, the third Wednesday of every month. And then we have another partner segment that's coming on board. Well, you've already been introduced to her if you chimed in for Hold Up, Wait a Minute, Menopause Unmasked. So that's with Coach Kathleen. And oh my gosh, we got some phenomenal things that's going to be taking place. So she will be here every fourth Wednesday. So, and yes, ladies, we're talking about it. So you know what? It's not just for ladies, because men have to deal with it also if they're in relationship with us. So you may want to stop by and you may want to ask your questions and you may want to get in on a conversation. But yes, she will be here the day before Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Live in studio, ready to take your questions. So both of them ready to take your questions. And so we are definitely building the platform out. And so you're going to look up and you're going to find us on podcast platforms everywhere. So now you don't have to tune into video. You can also catch us audio wise while you're traveling, on the road, jogging, working out, whatever it is. But yes, we will be on podcast platforms everywhere. Whew, man, this stuff, listen, all I decided to do was say yes. That's all I did. I said yes, and things just started happening because I consistently kept showing up. There's that word again, consistent. And things just started evolving and showing up and showing up. And so here we are. Yes, we are here. Now, This Friday, Authors Brew Friday, I'm going to be introducing and talking about in studio because I have to get everybody prepared for the launch of Morning Brew with Germaine book club that is powered by HOV Publishing. Yes, we are launching day 1, January 2020. Oh my gosh, 2026. But yes, we are launching the top of the year with our first book, 12 months, 12 books. And it's an opportunity for you as an author to join in, to allow your book to be one of those books that we discuss globally. And the great thing is with Morning Brew with Germaine's book club, it's not just us coming together talking about it, but guess what? You have an opportunity to talk directly to the author themselves. Wow. I am so looking forward to that. Now, the only thing with that is you're going to have to get that one behind Patreon, which is our platform that's going to give you insight and information, a part of that. Now, we'll only be dropping some hints and insight or whatever, but the whole discussion is going to be on Patreon. So, guys, it's a lot going on. I just want you to be a part of it. The community is growing. Don't miss out on it because you are a part of the community. And I am looking for you, your story, the power of your story, so the world can be introduced to it through the book club. I will be really kind of getting more into conversation about that on this Friday, whereas how can I sign up in advance to be a part of the Morning Brew with Germaine book club powered by HOV Publishing. And it's not just HOV Publishing authors. So, hey, it is authors from around the world. It's not just my authors as the publisher. No, you can be an author associated with other, platforms, other publishing companies, but you can have the opportunity to share your book, be in the live discussion in our book club setting. So, more information, chime in on Friday so we can start rolling it out and you can be one of the first ones to sign up. Okay, y'all, that's a lot. Okay, I done spoke enough about all the new things going on, and that's not even everything. That's just enough right now. I don't want to overwhelm you, right? That's just enough right now. But yes, the merchandising line will be rolling out for Black Friday. Yes, it will. Excited, looking forward to that. And all right, y'all, on that note, listen. If you decide you want to submit and donate $1 for Morning Brew to help keep us going forward, let me give you the opportunity with our support Morning Brew with Germaine, buymeacoffee.com/Morning Brew with Germaine. And better yet, let me just put up the QR code. If you want to, $1, a cup of coffee, $1 goes a long way. Don't sleep on $1 because you know what? It's collectively the efforts of everybody pulling together. So, with that, I thank you for all the support that you give me. Whether you buy a coffee or not, whether you have a coffee for yourself, I support just you showing up in the community. Hey, Miss Diva Daz, who just joined over on Instagram. Girl, better late than never, right? So glad to see you. But we're about to bring this to a close with, guess what, our final sip. So you are right on time for the final sip. Words of encouragement as we head on out of here. And guess what? Money is a tool, not a master. Please remember that. It's a tool. It's not your master. Financial wellness isn't about perfection. It's about partnership with your purpose. When meaning and money work together, you gain clarity, confidence, and peace. And here's how we do. We like to sip slow. So I'm going to leave you with 3 call to actions, right? That you can take with you. 1, review one financial area that needs clarity, spending, saving, or earning, and write down one small improvement. Now, you might have to go back and listen to this, replay this message again, because we gave some pouring to purpose, some tips that you could really probably think about some things when you're answering this question or this call to action, right? Number 2, set a micro goal that supports your long-term goal purpose. For example, save $10 a week. Reduce one unnecessary expense. Track your spending. Okay. You got that? I got it. So, like I said, this was for me today also. All right. Number 3, affirm my money moves with my mission. These are affirmations. Okay. Let me say that again. My money moves with my mission. Repeat it as you plan, spend, and build. My money moves with my mission. Let's just say it together. 1, 2, 3. My money moves with my plan. Let me say that correctly. My money moves with my mission. Repeat it as you plan, spend, and build. All right. Your purpose deserves to be funded. So let today be the day you align your finances with your future. Guys, thank you so much once again for chiming in, stopping by for coffee and conversation. Look forward to you coming back tomorrow with Dr. V in studio, because he's going to be building champion leaders, and he's going to focus on tomorrow pillow talk, focusing on how to grow your marriage in 30 days, doing his 30 days conversation, how to grow the marriage, right? All right, guys. So with that, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Stop by for coffee and conversation, and make sure you have your questions ready. I'll see you then. Have a great day and be safe. Be safe out there.